Okay, folks, listen. This is a new video, so just because I use the same images, don't pay attention to that. So you know that Elvis had an identical twin that supposedly died at birth. Okay, but we'll never know what really happened. Did he get sacrificed or is he still alive? Nobody's going to know. But what I do know is that Trump is the replacement twin for Elvis's identical twin that supposedly died at birth. And I told you that Donald Trump is going to get his head wound on August 4th in Ohio, and that's next year. And next year also, there's going to be a spectacular event in Seattle, and somehow Elvis's image or the number of his name or his name becomes a part of that spectacular event eventually after it happens on June 11th. Okay, so those are my two predictions. Now let's move on. So real quick, before I get to the new information, let me just show this again for the new people. So Elvis and his twin, Jesse, and this is how it's spelled on his gravestone, Jesse, Jessie. Anyway, so Elvis and Jesse were both born on 1818. Okay, and if you add that up, it's 216. And it just so happens that the 216th day of the year is August 4th. Okay, which is the day I'm telling you Trump gets his head wound in Ohio. Now, if you say the date backwards like they do in the UK, or in other places, they say the day first and then the month, 8181, it would be 16-2. 162nd day of the year is June 11th, the day I'm telling you Seattle, that spectacular event in Seattle, which is going to connect to Elvis. Now, do you understand that the fact that this comes out the way it does before I ever knew anything, before, I didn't know any of these connections before, when I made the predictions, okay? Now, because it all came supernaturally. So basically, it's 216, 16-2. Get it? 216, 16-2. Like I said, folks, all of this information is being led by the Holy Spirit, and eventually you'll all understand. Anyway, from Elvis's birthday, if you just go forward from the day he's born, if you went forward 1,616 days, it would land on June 11th, the day I'm telling you Seattle's going to get struck. And that's 4 years, 5 months, and 4 days. And 4-5, I told you that Trump is the 45th president, and Elvis has been dead for 45 years right now. Okay, so anyway, the point is it's 1616, the two 16s, get it? From Elvis's birthday to 611, which connects back to what I was showing you here, the 216, 16-2s. Do you get it? 16 twice, 1616. Listen, folks, I'm going to get to the new information. Just be patient. Okay, so the word twin, this is what it equals forward, this is what it equals backwards, and this is the totals, okay? Now, from the day the identical twins, Elvis and Jesse, were born, they were born January 8th, 1935. If you went forward to the day the Twin Towers fell, it was 66 years and 8 months, 4 days. And I told you 8-4 is the day Trump gets his head wound, but it's 66 years, okay? And then from 9/11, 2001, to 6/11, the day I'm telling you Seattle's going to get struck next year, is 21 years and 9 months. So you have 66-21. Twin equals 66-21. Do you understand? So that's your first connection right there. It's to the Twin Towers. All right. Now let me just show you this real quick. This I've already shown before, but I have to get this out of the way. So let's look at the backward numbers. 42-24, because I just showed you the 66-21. Now let me show you the 42-24. And before I show you that, look at this. Elvis's birthday this is the totals. Elvis's birthday is on 108, and he's been dead for 45 years, and Elvis is the 45th president. Do you understand how perfect this is? Now let me just show you this. 42-24. Where's the connection to that? Because, see, Elvis, he died on August 16th, 1977, at the age of 42. And from the day he died, August 16th, 1977, to the day the Twin Towers fell is 24 years. So there's your 42-24, which goes back to what I showed you here. The backwards of the word twin is 42-24. And I showed you the 66-21 connects to the Twin Towers also. You see how everything connects perfectly? And that same year that Elvis died in 1977 at the age of 42, from Elvis's birthday to 6/11/1977, the same year Elvis died, a horse called Seattle Slew wins the Triple Crown, the most prestigious race in horse racing. And horse racing is known as the sport of kings. And Elvis was known as the king. And Seattle is in King County. Okay? And slew means to kill. Seattle Slew on 6/11. The day I'm telling you, Seattle's going to get struck next year. Okay? And Elvis died at the age of 42, like I said. All right? Which has connection to the twin connection I showed you earlier. So already the ritual for this already happened. They're telling you what's coming. They're going to slew Seattle. So I got to show you this. This is going to be the last thing I show before the new information. Now pay attention. So Elvis died on August 16th, 1977, right? And in 2022, this year, he turned 45 years dead. Okay? On August 16th this year, Elvis became 45 years dead, that he's been dead. Okay? Now, because it's August 16th and late into the year, it also goes into 2023. Elvis is still going to be dead for 45 years, all the way until the night before August 16th of next year. So my two predictions come within the time that Elvis has still been dead for 45 years, because my predictions are 6/11 and 8/4. That comes before this date. Okay, so that's why the 45 is so important. And you know, Trump is the 45th president also. And the reason I was showing you that how important that 2022 and 2023 is because of this reason. Because see, the word twin equals 6621, right? Going forward, which is the most important numbers. So from Elvis and Jesse's birthday, you know, the twins, when they were born, if you went forward 6,621 days, which is the 6621, which is the twin connection, it lands on 2/22, okay? The 6621 from Elvis's birthday. And in certain years, because of leap year, and if you change the year, it would land on 2/23, the 6621, because I told you that the Seattle event's going to be in 2023, okay? But it connects to both the 222 and the 223, which is the 2022 and 2023 connection. Do you understand? And it connects to the twin, 6621. And that's why I was showing you this, that Elvis has been dead for 45 years from 2022 and 2023, okay? Anyway, let's move on. And you know, Back to the Future had all the 88 connections, and you know that character Biff Tannen is based on Donald Trump, okay? And there was an Elvis connection there too, okay? Because Biff Tannen had sideburns like Elvis in that movie. But anyway, so Elvis is 87 years old right now, but he's going to be 88 on January 8th, 2023, which is coming up very soon, okay? So it's 2022 and 2023 is very important, like I said. And the twin had the 87 connection because 6621 equaled 87. And then next year is the 88 because it connects to both when Elvis has been dead for 45 years. And the reason I was explaining all that 45 connection, because look, from Elvis's birthday, if you went to the date 4/5, it's 88 days. And I told you next year he turns 88 and he's still going to be 45 years dead. Okay? And if you just went from the date 4/5 and you went forward 6,642 days, it would land on June 11th. Now, the reason I'm going here is because I'm going backwards from 6/11/2023, which is the day that Seattle's going to get struck. And it's 6,642 days. If you go backwards, it lands on 4/5. And why am I showing you that? Because see, the word twin equals 6642. Okay? This is the forward, this is the backward. And so what I'm saying is that 6,642 days, it just so happens it lands on 4/5 if you went backwards from next year's 6/11 date. So you have a connection to the 88 to 4/5, and you have the connection of 6/11 to 4/5 with the 6642 with the twin. Okay? Okay, let's see. I hope this works. So I'm going to ask Google something, okay? What is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10 plus 11?
The answer is 66.
So you heard that, right? Now I'm going to ask it another thing. What is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6?
1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 is 21.
So now that I proved it to you, let me show you what I just showed you. Okay, so if you add the numbers 1 through 11, it equals 66. If you add the numbers 1 through 6, you get 21. 6, 11. You see that? And look what you get, the number. 66, 21. Which goes right back to what I showed you about the twin. That's what it equals, 66, 21. You see what I'm saying? Do you know how incredible that is, what I'm showing you? Or how about this connection? Prime numbers. The 11th prime number is 31. So if you take the 31 and add the 11 to it, because the 11th prime number is 31, it equals 42. And if you take the 6th prime number, which equals 13, and add that 6 to it, it's 19. 42, 19. Okay? And the reason I'm showing you that is because from Elvis's birthday, if you go forward within the same year to June 11th, the day I'm telling you Seattle's going to get struck, it's either 154 or 155 days. And the reason I'm using the 154 because it's more important, like I just showed you, it's 42.19. 42.19% is what 154 days is. 42.19%. That's how many days in percentages. Okay? And the Antichrist equals 154. Okay? Which connects to the 611, like I just said, 611, 42.19. And it just so happens next year when Elvis turns 88 in 2023, if you use the prime numbers for the year 2023, 20 equals 71, 23 equals 83, it equals 154. So it's the Antichrist year, because I told you the Antichrist equals 154. And if you took and add the 20 and 23, which equals 43, to the 154, it equals 197. And the 45th prime number equals 197. And Elvis has been dead for 45 years. I told you that. Do you see how everything connects? And by the way, I'm not going to show you all the connections to the 88. I have much more to show you, but which I've shown in the past, but I'm not going to do it here. But let me just show you this last thing, which connects to the Antichrist number and the 88. And if you're still not blown away by all the information I've shown already, that let's look at Elvis's age during 9/11. He was 66 years old, right? And what's he going to be next year on 6/11/23? He's 88 years old still, right? Because that's when he turns 88 next year. And 66 plus 88 equals 154, which is the Antichrist number. So I was telling you that next year when Elvis turns 88, that's when the 6/11 event happens in Seattle, when he's 88 years old, and it connects to the Antichrist number, okay, because from Elvis's birthday to 6/11 is 154 days, okay. Now, the letter O, which I've told you before, is a crown, okay. The letter O is the 15th letter of the alphabet, okay. Now, the Antichrist, look at the numbers, 15, 4, 15, 4, 15, 4. 15 is a circle, is an O. So you have 1 O, 2 O, 3 O's, and 4 O's. Do you get it? The 88, 154, 15, 4. Get it? 15 times 4. 15 4 times, that's what I'm saying. And it looks like an 88, get it? You know what, folks? I was going to keep going and show you a lot more, but I'm going to end the video because it's just going to be too convoluted, even though it's really important, all the information I'm leaving out. But anyway, so don't forget, like I told you, it's all about the twins, Elvis and his supposed twin that died, okay? You know I'm forgetting something important, but I'm just going to end the video, man. Anyway, don't forget my 2 predictions. Trump gets his head wound on August 4th in Ohio, and on June 11th, Seattle gets struck, and somehow Elvis becomes a part of it. Anyway, those are my 2 predictions. End of video. Oh, and if you didn't understand this video, make sure you watch it again, okay? Now, end of video.